I've spent the last year modifying and upgrading the electrical system in my 2023 IBEX 20 BHS. And in today's video, I'm showing you every electrical upgrade I've made and what plans I have for the future. So we're standing inside my 25-foot camper trailer from tongue to the bumper. Finally, the last and probably main reason why I chose this camper was because of all the storage underneath the queen mattress. That is where I plan on putting all of my batteries and most of my components. So the reasons why I chose LiTime for my battery of choice was cost, warranty, and performance. So LiTime is EV grade cells that are lithium iron phosphate cells that's gonna give us 4,000 plus cycles at 100% depth of discharge, which is awesome. And you can't forget that they have a 5-year warranty. Now, another thing that went into consideration for my build out of this electrical system was these particular batteries right here. They have the largest amp hour capacity that I could find that was the smallest footprint that I could put underneath my bed. The last thing that went in consideration was the BMS, and that stands for Battery Management System. You're gonna wanna choose a lithium battery that has a good BMS. That BMS protects the lithium iron phosphate cells from going poof. Okay, so that's an exaggeration, but literally that's what it's doing. I knew I wanted to run larger loads off the batteries, AC, microwave, and I'm able to do that because these batteries have a 200 amp BMS in each one of my batteries. I've got 4 of them. And again, guys, my in-laws have 2 24-volt lithium batteries, LiTime. My parents have 3 of the 12-volt versions, and now I have 4. I haven't had any problems between the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 batteries that we have within my family alone. So that's why I recommend LiTime for your battery of choice in your camper. You can't beat the price, performance, and the warranty. Inside of the camper, underneath the bed, I've got the batteries being wired through 2-aught wire going into the Lynx power in. You'll also see that I have 4 individual cutoff switches for my battery. Each battery has its own cables going from the battery that are fused going into the power in. From the power in, it's basically just a big bus bar that goes through my Lynx shunt. The Lynx shunt is basically a measuring device of power in, power out, and giving you an accurate percentage of where your battery capacity is. To the right of the shunt is a Lynx distributor that houses all my fuses for all my devices. From there, I have it going to an Orion 12 volt to 24 or 24 to 12. And that converts my house bank, which is 24, down to 12 volt because the camper DC power side of the camper is 12 volt, and that's how I step it down. I also have a battery protect on my system. What this does is when my batteries get low, it just shuts the system off. It won't damage the batteries. I've got 1,000 watts of rich 24 volt Mega Pro solar panels. I've got them wired in series parallel. 2 of the panels are wired in series. The other 2 panels are wired in series. Those 4 panels are wired in parallel. And so what that does, that helps out with shading. If 2 of the panels have a bunch of shading, but the other 2 don't, it's more efficient. Overall, I have 1,700 watts available of solar coming into this camper, charging my LiTime, which I think is a sweet spot for this camper and the size of my electrical system.